welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel, and if you find a word, it's yours. Oh, you do. You can leave that one here. So you can, it's okay. You just throw it out. Reflection, perfectionism, and originality. And what I get immediately is originality beats perfectionism. Okay, it's more important to be original than to be perfect, because perfectionism is just that. Well, feel lighthearted and free while trusting that your unique way of doing things is the right way. Exactly what the card said. Perfectionism. Be content to know perfection as a distant utopian goal to which we journey but never arrive. Yes. Reflection. Time to focus, balance, reflect, and guide yourself past stumbling blocks to take the right actions. Do you see the golden palace here? I see the gold. A lot of gold. And I feel that's very important because, as I said, originality beats perfectionism. I feel that perfectionism is also, comparing yourself to things you might perceive as perfect. And this is not necessary in this case because your originality is outshining the perfectionism you might have. That's just the way of your critical ego flaring up and saying, you are not enough. And it's also acting as a stumbling block towards what you want to achieve. It's always good to improve, right? But if you don't have the opportunity to go further, then or to improve right now, even though you know the theory, but you can't apply it, and because you just don't have the resources, well, then you just work with what you have, and that is not a stumbling block, or it's like that's not a wall. It's just something you step over with. And then the encouragement here is that your originality is so special and unique and valuable that you don't need to worry about having everything set up perfectly. It will come, but you need to be sure that, or maybe you also needed the confirmation that you don't need it to be perfect right now because you are so original. There's no comparison, and that alone has so much more value. I'm also getting this, you shining against something that was done with AI, for example, right? But that doesn't have that much character. You have much more character than this, and I feel that's important. Concerned, anxious, yeah. Enthusiastic, yeah. That's the spirit, and patient, or that's the spirit too. Okay. Two more, huh? Cynical, yeah. Yeah. And sad, heartbroken. Oh, I feel that's the anxious. I feel that's the fear in this, that you are going to end up sad and heartbroken if you are not showing up and perfectly. That's a big fear here, that you are just, but look, all the green, the green and the yellows, but the green is from the heart chakra, of course, but it's like, you don't need to worry about that. And you can even be a bit cynical about that. And I feel that there's something about the way you are operating that is actually, because it's not perfect, that's the valuable thing. That's making you authentic. I feel that you are possibly comparing yourself to well-established things. It's like you are comparing yourself against, let's say you make a movie, and the movie is self-made. You make it with your own camera, nothing special in that regard. And, and for that, it appears to be not that great, but it is in fact, so in comparison to the Hollywood productions that have literally millions behind them and that can use all the money, you know, to create something. It could be that you are just, that this is holding you back. But I'm just reminded of the movie Blair Witch Project. I think, isn't that where there's just a shitty camera there, and it's more in a selfie way. And I thought, it's been a long time since I watched it, but I thought that was genius because I was all pulled in. I thought it was a good movie, I think. I don't even know what it was about. It was a horror movie, wasn't it? But the point is, that is literally showing everybody who has got $1 million production the finger, because you are literally generating something very valuable and very, I feel, worthwhile and original and something of real value by showing this whole, you know, this whole $1 million budget a finger. It's like, yeah, take this, I'm gonna do it that way. What do you think about that now? And that's a part of your story then. So instead of being worried and that what you're doing is not enough because you only have limited resources, see it from that standpoint. You are generating something out of nothing, something out of, literally a no budget movie versus a movie with millions, and your movie will be good because it's original. I feel that there's an idea behind it that is so valuable that you can't even, that no other movie with the same plot twist is gonna get, Yeah, cynical. It's a bit dark today. It's muddy. It's like the cloudy weather in some ways. But yeah, let's see. Let's look at the colors. We already had that one, which is very colorful. And I'm gonna put the starting energies away. Yeah, take the right actions again. So that's this concern card. Yeah, but it's still patient. Yeah, so I think that's how you almost think about it, because it feels that it's a bit, the colors don't really match together. There's this cynical card there and a mix but the colors are off. This is lovely though. It's looks like a magical land. So I feel, you almost can't fail when you take a picture of a beautiful landscape. You almost can't take an ugly picture because the landscape is beautiful. So, it's the same way with a good story. If you have a good story, then you don't need to worry about how it's being presented, because the story is intriguing. That's the same idea here. I love this though. Enthusiastic, yeah. This looks like this blob is working with that dark blob and putting some sparkles on it. It's like they are dancing. Do you see that? They're dancing. Having a party. Okay, I'm gonna put some more. Yeah, it's like integrating it. Work with it. Like, work with your disadvantages and say, okay, that especially is what's making it. Make it a part of the art, the imperfection. Like, yeah, the tool. I feel that there's something like you don't have the tool. Yeah, work with it. Wow, okay. So that's that's a blast of energy. Wow. Okay. So I feel that because you work with what you have, and if you don't, it's a guidance towards it. You get communication that blows your mind. an opportunity. And this now looks like a lollipop, doesn't it? It looks like a treat, something like, here's the treat, and here's the bridge. So, a bridge bridges bridges countries, bridges everything from one way to the next. Could be that you receive funding or that you receive some support, clearly, with that. And I feel that it has something to do with a tool. Upgrade for your creation. Yeah, and this looks like a lollipop. I want to eat that now. Oh, that's cool. I never really saw it that way, but now I'm like, yeah, wow. Kind of makes sense. And you see, it's also a path, if you go there, and you then you go further and further and further and deeper, and it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And at some stage, I feel that's the bridge then. Maybe that's where the patience card came up to, because it's still there, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's this beautiful thing is the patient. Okay, well, yeah. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So, I love that. I think it's the spirit in this. It's the you don't give up. You don't get defeated by your situation. You take a walk in the rain. The light is on and off. I'm not sure why I'm sitting in front of the window. It started to rain. Maybe that affects it. I noticed that sometimes it just goes on and off. But that's just the way it is, isn't it? It's like almost, you could almost say that, look, this is like some spiritual energy entering the room and making the light switch, turning the light switch on and off in this very special reading. So yeah, I mean, with a Blair Witch Project, is it a horror movie? Are you making a horror movie or something like that? I just think about how cool it would be to make a Blair Witch Project thing where that in a zombie apocalypse type of situation. You know what I mean? And posting it on YouTube. That would be cool. Take that idea and run with it if you think it's cool. But let me know. I want to watch. I'm not going to do anything with it. But I think the idea is cool. Like a zombie apocalypse vlog. Okay. But, I'm in a good mood, okay? It's like this. It's very hopeful, and it's almost as if with the worry and anxious and everything. Once you've overcome that, the hopeful energy in this is also translating into it's contagious, like the zombie virus. Attraction. Ooh. And leader. Yeah, that's what I meant with being enthusiastic and motivated and high-spirited, and just the pure willpower of trying to pull off a freaking project. That alone, becoming the leader of this with the rainbow here that is coming out of the crown. That alone, and your heart, right? That alone attracts. And what it attracts is success. And I love the card here. I think it really means something for somebody, that she's here, she's got all the tattoos here, and her heart is open. And it also says, we will rise. So as a form, not I will rise, we will rise. because it's a beneficial thing for many people. And then there are the houses here. It's like having a vision for a construction project that is so unique that, where you maybe don't have the funding, but you do something with it from the, limited resources you do have. It's like those houses that have been built out of glass bottles or tires or something like that, and then in the end something amazing is coming out of it, and it's also attracting publicity or success, and that is because you are not holding back doing things. You are just doing it because you have a vision and you have a heart and you have dreams. I'm just wondering what this is. I don't know what this is. Do you know what this is? Looks a bit like a fish. I don't know. Doesn't matter, right? The point is that it is it's painting over the darkness, with the attraction. It's really creating something out of not much. But then I also see that the darkness is spilling over instead of, the opposite way what I said. I feel that there's also something about integrating it, the darkness, integrating the authentic parts. It's authentic to integrate to work with something that is not perfect. That is the key in this. That it's not perfect. If it was all polished and $1 million production, it wouldn't be authentic for most of the people, because nobody could relate. Yeah, sure, there's a problem, open your wallet. Yeah, sure, but that's not relatable. Where there's when there's a problem, and when there is a production that where people know, oh, there's not much behind it, not much resources or whatnot. That's what people love, So there's this encouragement on the table for that one, to work with what you have. So, I think that's all. I kind of want to wrap it up. Maybe because we started with those, maybe we should just pull another one. I'm just gonna split the deck and then see what we have. Sacred space. Oh, use beautiful art, music, and creativity of all kinds to put you into a sacred space. Yeah. You know what? There's also something about working with a sacred space is something where you can retreat. And I feel that that looks like a sacred thing. It's like for me, my current life is, if I would tell you what's going on, you would just shake your head, I guess. But I've restarted my tarot channel because this is my sacred space, and I'm working within my limitations to overcome things that are also limiting for me. So I've got some health issues that are devastating and things like that. And I want to work with this channel to deal with it, to have something to look forward to have something that makes me happy. And I've got a 7-year-old phone, and I also just work within my limitations. And George, my cat, is also sick. He has epilepsy and FIV. So it's not perfect here, but we make the best of it. And I feel that in your case, it must be something similar. Maybe not, I hope not health-wise, and I really hope that you are all good. It's just that if you don't have the resources or whatnot, this is an encouragement that you are going somewhere with what you do, that you need something like that. Maybe you don't have something like that, but because you talk yourself out of it. And this is, if this reading found you and if you can resonate with the message, just do something. What you have in mind, something where you think that could make you happy, even though you are not 100% where you are wanting to be. Okay? And this is your emotional support cat. Just arrived on time to conclude the reading. Yeah, George, right? Yes. Yeah. So there he is. Hello. Oh, he's purring. Yes, and that's a foot just for you. No. Okay. So let's see who this reading is for. Sag. Okay, there you go. Sag. Let's. Can we put it right? Can we? No. No, he doesn't want that. Here, maybe. Oh, come on. Just in between your beans, please. That would be so. No, he doesn't like that. It's okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Additional info is on the litter box below, and see you next time. Bye.